Hey there everybody, Kendall here. I did not do a conscious coffee live stream yesterday, so I decided I definitely should probably do one today and kind of catch everybody up, because I know that I got some messages like, oh, I hope everything's okay, Kendall, blah, 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 blah. And it is, and it just is. The last day, I mean, hey Addison, the last couple days, this whole week has been a transformative week, and that's really what I want this conscious live stream to kind of be about, is transformation. But all week long, anybody who has been in my office and talked to me, who's been on the phone, seen me one-on-one and stuff, knows that our family dog, Phoebe, who's she was almost 14 years old, she passed yesterday, and been through, it was just a struggle all week long. And for any of you puppy parents out there, you can feel my heart and soul on this. Phoebe was definitely, she was the dog. She was the dog. Like my 14-year-old son, he said, Mom, Phoebe, she was our emotional support animal. She was there for everything. I'd have a tough day at school, and I'd come home, and Phoebe was there, and I'd snuggle with her on my bed, and Phoebe was always there. Well, she was definitely our emotional support animal for the last 12 years, and it will definitely be missed. But that kind of made me think about, as much as for all the tears I've shed over the last couple days, and where my heart and soul's at right now, and just the missing and the strange feeling in my house, of just not having her presence there, just not having those big brown eyes look up at you, right? There's this beautiful transformation and awakening to new life, to new adventures, to this new experience. And I must just say, her passing was by far, I could not ask for a greater gift for my children as to how they got to move through it. And I think that we tend to look at death in such harsh, cold, fearful ways, as though, this is it. This is oh my gosh, we need to try to avoid it. We need to try to run from it. We need to try to hide it from it. We need to not talk about it. We need to not feel it. We need to, there's a certain time frame on mourning set. There's a certain way that we should mourn and what we should be doing, and depending on whom or what we are mourning, and all this different stuff. And it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. And, I was talking to my guy, hey Steve, who happens to be on right now, and we were talking about this just yesterday, and we were talking about, shedding tears and everything. I was like, the true importance is to feel, to allow yourself to feel life, to feel the ups and the downs. We as human beings are not built to hold it in. We're not built. That's not how we grow our vessels. That's not how we expand our souls, our hearts, our thinking, our ability to relate, our ability to love and to feel. We do not expand ourselves. We do not mature and experience this thing that we're all doing together called life by holding in our feeling. That calluses us. That makes us rough and distant and unable to connect. And that is what makes us so just sick as a world. Very, very sick as a world are the people who believe that feeling sad is wrong. Feeling angry is wrong. Feeling, bitter, upset, jealous, frustrated, fearful, anxious is wrong. Feeling too happy, joyous is wrong. That we should all be running on this plane like this and be showing emotionless emotions, where we can't really feel each other. We can't feel ourselves. We can't feel life. And we were built to feel life. We were built to express what we are moving through in our minds and in our hearts, in our lives, one-on-one. And I think that death is just that beautiful state where we can learn that, yes, maybe this transition is taking place. It is the same as birth. A transition of life is happening. We all will venture through those gates of death at some point. There is no hiding, there is no avoiding, there is no running from it. If you were born, you will experience this peace. And if you have others in your life, they will experience these pieces with you, and you will experience it with them. And the best thing to do is to truly allow yourself to experience it, to feel it, to allow it to expand who you are, and to allow that vulnerability to be set out there. Because this is where we get to meet ourselves. This is where we get to meet the beauty that is being presented to us in these transition periods. I just got done going to my my grandchild's 3rd birthday, and it's a celebration of life. So yesterday I put a family member in the ground, and today I celebrated another year around the sun with a baby in my family, and a celebration of his life, of everything great in it, of family coming together, laughter, connection, joy, celebration. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Some people there were not allowing themselves to feel, were not allowing themselves to connect. Yesterday, in the burial of our family dog, there were, people that came about, and they weren't allowing themselves to feel, to express, to hold that energy and let it actually be seen. And we miss life. We miss these beautiful little opportunities when we shut down, whether it is a positive or something that we perceive as a negative, such as death. When we don't allow ourselves to express our feelings, allow ourselves to step into them, and give ourselves permission to go there, we block ourselves from flow. We block ourselves from who we are. We block ourselves from connection, and that really destroys us. So for all of you people who follow me for that Fuck Yes lifestyle coaching that I try to provide, whether it is one-on-one or it is, here on Conscious Coffee, or in my articles, or in my online courses or anything, if you're wanting that Fuck Yes life, realize that requires, the requirement to living a Fuck Yes life is to feel your life, to give yourself permission to step into the feels, and to get right with it, and to look forward to it, no matter how you might be perceiving it, good or bad. Remember that is a perception. It is always, always just a perception. There is no such thing in this world as good or bad on your feelings. It is all perfect. It is all absolutely perfect. It is designed for you to open, to expand, and to step further into who you are, into alignment, into your soul. At the birthday party, I was talking to my ex-husband, and he was telling me, he said, I'm your number one fan. And I was joking with him. No, you're not, because I can see who my number one fans are. By the way, thank you, number one fans out there. I was like, you're not one of my number one fans. I see you. I see who's there. He's like, no. He's like, because he's known me since I was 17, and he knows the scared little girl that I was, the wallflower, the person that had her that stood with her toes pointed inward and couldn't make eye contact, who would have been freaking the fuck out on doing a live stream or putting herself out there, not being able to even communicate, and was scared to feel life, was scared to express herself. And he was telling me that, that he felt that I wasn't still in full alignment as to who my core person was. And we had like a little ego moment there of argument. But as I sit with what he said, and if you're watching Honey Bear there, just realize I got the message. The message really truly is that none of us really are 100% in alignment to ourselves all the time. We ebb and we flow in and out of it. That is, again, where growth comes in. We also are constantly changing. We're constantly transforming. This is a life about transformation. Every single day when we wake up, every breath that we take, every person that we come in contact with, every communication that we allow ourselves to experience, that we have, changes us. It either pushes us away from who we are. If we get scared and stuck in ego, then we get pushed away from our core being. We get pushed away from being aligned to ourselves. Or we breathe it in, we look for the lesson, and we step in to who we are. We step further into alignment. We get more comfortable with who we are, and we say yes to who that person is. That person that we look at in the mirror every day. That person, can you say, hey, I love that person looking back at me in the mirror. I love who I am becoming. I love how much more in alignment I am. I love the way I think, the way I feel, the way I look, the way I express myself, the way I connect to others. Can you actually say that you love that? And if you're not in love with it, what do you not love about that? What can you change today to become more in alignment to who you really are? Because when you are close to who you are, that's where you meet that fuck yes life. That's where you get into that alignment, and it feels so amazing. It feels good. You have confidence, you have strength, you have power, you're embodied in who you are. You're tapping into the feels, and you are a yes to the most important person in your life, a yes to your life, a yes to you. And that's what I want you to really question today, this beautiful, beautiful Sunday. I want you to ask yourself, how can I be more in alignment to myself? Where am I letting these transitions in life and the transformations that occur, are they pushing me away from my core, or are they pulling me more towards my core? Am I stepping in and saying yes to me, or am I stepping away from my core self, my alignment, and getting scared and saying no to me? Because you need to be a yes to you in order to live a fuck yes life. It's not about the money. It's not about the car you're driving. It's not about the house you're living in. It's not about the brand of clothes or the jewelry. All of that is wonderful. All of that is fun. All of that is yes. Go get those blessings. Go live that abundant life. Enjoy all of it. There's nothing right or wrong about it. But fuck yes living is not about that stuff. To live a fuck yes life means that you are tapping in to living a turned on life. You are living your dynamic expression of the beautiful soul that God made you to be. So are you living a fuck yes life? And as always, everybody, stop existing, start living. That is the message of today. Embrace those transformations, embrace the transitions. Say yes to you. If I said anything in today's live stream that made you think of somebody, touched you in any fashion or form, hit the share button. If you're catching this on replay and you have a comment, I love your comments. I love to know that you've seen this, so make sure that you tag it in the comments that you're catching it on the replay. And you can follow me at www.kendalwilliams.com. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me, look in the comments section for the link. I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee. Bye, everybody.